أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Last time we looked at tests or physical tests. Assuming results have come back in your favor and you are now ready to move on with your partner to be. We assume now serious communication has started and we are almost connecting emotionally. But we ask ourselves, what are those key important things that people should not miss while in their communication as the serious communication begins? Don't forget, you must be prepared to ask smart questions, intelligent questions. This enables you to understand this person more. Now we are going to look at three major tips that when people are communicating while in courtship, they should never miss. And the first tip, or tip number one, is about talking about our past. And what do we mean when we say we are going to talk about our past? Yes, some people are already worried that why should they talk about their past? We talk about those things we feel comfortable with, and when we are communicating them with our spouse or with our partners to be, they will not feel offended, or we shall not feel offended. So we talk about those things that happened to us in our past. For example, someone may talk about having grown up as an orphan. Maybe you grew up as a stepchild. Maybe you grew up from a blended family. Maybe you were assaulted sexually. Some people may not reveal that, but others who are truthful can reveal it, because we want this conversation to be flowing naturally and systematically. That you are communicating with this person to know more about you. Because when you don't tell this person about your past, challenges are likely to happen in the marriage or during the journey of courtship when you are almost at the time of marriage. So now reveal your past. What are those things that happened to you in your life? There was a young girl who grew up in a family and she had courtship with a gentleman, and they were almost reaching their introduction day. But this man got to know that this girl grew up with her foster parents. And when the man realized that this girl grew up with her foster parents, this man quitted the relationship. Can you imagine the heaviness of that thing to this young girl's heart? The preparations are already in gear and the man is quitting. Why? Because the girl grew up with foster parents. Now we ask ourselves, what was the intention of this man? Was he after this girl genuinely? Was it real love? Because we all know that true love is unconditional. Probably this man had ill intentions. He was in love with this girl because of other things. So we must reveal those things about us that we feel comfortable with, and our partners will not feel offended. That is very much important. The second tip, we are going to talk about our present. We've looked at our past, and now we are talking about our present. And why are we talking about our present? This is so much important, and you may think it is not important, but it is. Why? Tell someone about your life. What is your job? What are you doing? What business are you doing? Because many times people get married to people whereby they don't know what kind of business the partner is doing. Reveal those things, that I'm doing such and such a job. I'm paid between this amount and this amount. All that is important. I talk about your personality. I'm a short-tempered person. I hate maybe part-time managers. I don't like people who are not organized. There's so many things that you can talk about in your present. Tell us the responsibilities you have as of now. For example, I pay school fees for my siblings. My mother is renting or my parents are renting and I'm the one to pay for their rent. Reveal all that. Why are you revealing that? Remember, we are doing all this to prepare ourselves for a happy marriage relationship. We are setting ourselves to live into the marriage whereby we can solve those issues. We can solve those problems that are likely to happen in the marriage, but they will not break us. There is a young girl who was dating with a man, and they were also still in a very serious relationship that they were almost going into their nikah. So as they were communicating during courtship, the young girl realized that the man she was dating with was the firstborn in the family. and also herself, she was the firstborn. And to her, being a firstborn, both of them, it became a threat to her. For her, she considered the birth order of the man as a threat to her marriage in future, that she said no, she cannot keep up with this man who is a firstborn in the family. Why? Because for her, she realized that when this man is a firstborn, he will keep getting all the money, caring for his siblings, caring for his parents, and she will also get her own money, also caring for her parents or for her siblings and many other responsibilities to be shouldered. And therefore, she also quit out of the marriage. Why? Because of only the birth order of the man. So you see how sensitive these things are. You must talk about all those things that you feel are important. Why are you talking about them? You are preparing to have a marriage relationship that will be at least smooth and good. So talk about your present. Tell us what you are working on, which job are you doing, or how much you're earning, and all that. And tip number 3, and one that might be the last one today, is talk about our future. What are your future goals? What are your career plans? How many children do you expect to have in future? Someone is wondering that, why should I ask the children? It is only Allah that knows about the children. Yes, we know and we are aware of all that. But at least the mindset should be prepared, because we find that many times some men like men children, other men like few children. We have got couples that are fighting because the lady gives birth every year, and the couples are fighting. We also have couples whereby, especially the career women always love to have 1, 2, 3 kids and stop at that and continue with their career pathways. So talk all about that. For example, if you are to give birth, who will take care of your children when the maternity leave is done? Are you going to employ maids or nannies? Are we going to take our children to care centers or nursery centers? Are we going to look for our grandparents to care for our children? How are we going to deal with that situation when we are having or we are nursing a child? Talk about those things you want to do in your future. Look into this person's future. What does he plan? Is he someone who is developmental or not? All this is important for you to prepare for a great, happy marriage relationship. I thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel, especially the new subscribers and even the previous subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. Give us a thumb if you resonate with what we are saying, and also write something in the comment box when you have a question to ask or something to talk about. And always don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you, and bye for now.